it just goes, oh, I got to get my taxes ready. And I was like,
well, I felt like such a schmo because, you know, when we turned the calendar this week to March on my Sesame Street calendar that I trust so much because, you know, Big Bird doesn't lie or tell incorrect facts. The calendar has been incorrect. It had President's Day on the wrong date. It had President's Day on Valentine's Day. That's January. That's not even that's wrong. And I turned it and it says that Passover. And I remember saying this, like, oh, Passover is coming up this month. It is not. I texted my sister, who, by the way, is a rabbi. And I said, oh, Passover. She goes, no, my dear sister, it is not. I was so embarrassed, Crockett. Me telling the rabbi she was wrong because Big Bird told me otherwise. So,
I mean, it's hard to argue with Big Bird. I got to be honest.
So I had to cross it out and correct Big Bird and tell Big Bird that Passover is actually April 15th, which is, let's see, is that right? Tax day? Let's see. Does Big Bird do taxes?
He does now.
Yeah, it's not even on here. Not even on here. So I had to go move it. All right. Anyway.
I mean, I got to think there's probably a lot of tax breaks there at Sesame Street, but what do I know? Good morning, everybody. Hey, I need a test drive from our people who check in the morning. So obviously there is a third little box here with our logo in there. Are you able to click on anything? I swear it'll only send you to WLAVradio.com, to our website. But I'm just curious if you are able to click on that. Becky, you're always with us in the morning. Is there? I want you to take your mouse, Becky, as you're watching us. She says, "Always listen to Big Bird." Good morning. Are you able to click on anything on this big blue picture that we have with our logo in there? Can you click on anything there? And if you can, please let me know because this is a test product.
Yeah, listen to Crockett. You can listen to Big Bird too. Just don't trust Big Bird's calendars. That's all. I got it from the dollar store. What do you want? My favorite is they say here in very, very fine print, Leap Year Publishing, so I guess they work for Big Bird, has made every effort to ensure the accuracy of all contents and cannot accept responsibility for any errors contained herein. You have made no effort to ensure the accuracy at all.
They got no fact checkers on Sesame Street? What's going on down there?
I hold them accountable.
Oh, Becky said yes, it worked. Okay, Becky, thank you. That is good to know.
Thank you, Becky.
That is good to know. So thank you. Good.
Now, is that Barry up early with us this morning?
No, that Barry's email is connected to our YouTube channel. So
he's just trying to sleep this morning.
So he might think he's getting a spam email sometime early this morning. And both of them worked with and without the www. Great. Excellent. Well, no, Becky, I need you. I see that you did it in the comment section. Is that what you did, Becky? Did you click on the link out of our comment section, or did you actually click on the blue window? This is so funny because it's like Becky's some other room here that we're just. It's like when you're talking to the producer behind the glass, you hit the button, you're like, "Hey."
I feel like Becky is our producer right now.
We'll take it. We can pay you nothing, but smiles.
About the same salary as us, so.
No, I obviously have to put it back up for her to. It's. I remember one of my old professors at LaSalle was in radio, and he would always say, "Yeah, I love radio." He's like, "Well, sometimes the hours stink, but at least the pay does too." Like, oh.
And he never discouraged you.
Yeah, can't wait to get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Becky, see where our faces are, right next to Link. I'm on my cell phone. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. So, I hope everyone else is enjoying this conversation. You can hear it again on our podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's going to make for a great episode.
You edit this part out, or is this?
Yeah, but then the podcast will be 48 seconds. Okay. She said she'll take the smiles, which we appreciate. Okay.
Thank you.
I guess I could always go back and just watch it at the end and see if we could do it there.
There you go.
All right.
How come I can't click on it? I want to click on free. All I see is this button that says free. I'm like, ooh, free for me.
I'm trying to think if there's a way that I could possibly. I mean, I guess I could go look. I don't know how to do this. Okay. We'll work on it later.
All right.
Good test run, Becky. Thank you.
I almost didn't make it this morning. My car, Eddie the Edge, man, he's like, I got to soothe him. That poor guy. You know, remember he was winking at other people. I thought he was cheating on me because his windshield wiper would just go off whenever. He's winking at the other cars. Now his check engine light is going off. It actually went off a while ago, and I went to go get an estimate on fixing Eddie's engine, and it's up there. And then the check engine light disappeared. I'm like, "Ooh, he's healed."
He's healed by the grace of God. He's healed.
Isn't that weird? The check engine light disappeared. So either the check engine light was.
I was just gonna say maybe the check engine light's broken too. Yeah.
So I
will say this. Like for example, like there's a lot of people who go nuts with their tires in the winter, and there's no doubt that they're not as full of air, but like people will see that their tires and think I have to get air in my tires, and a big part of that is just the weather is cold, so it's your pressure. You know, you'll find you'll find that as you start driving, as all those lights are on, that the numbers that correspond with how much air is in your tires will start to go up because.
Or you have a slow leak. I'm just saying, because I had that issue too with Eddie. Eddie's wheels were having. I've had a lot of Eddie and I have been through a lot, and I just keep holding on to him because I love him so much. He warms my tushy. He has seat warmers. Maybe that's the only reason I'm holding on. I don't know, but.
Well, we know the way to Selena's heart now.
Warm my tushy. But now I'm like, okay, maybe it's time because he's 10 years old, 120,000 miles. Do I put the money in now? For a couple of years, or do I pay, which is going to be now at value? Like you're not getting any discounts because of the inventory issues at car dealerships right now. So I'm like, what do I? And I ride those cars out until they can no more. So I go in for a new car because I keep it for such a long time.
You know, it obviously is tough because inventory right now is very slim. The flip side of that is, if you turn in a car right now, you're going to get the maximum amount that you can get for that vehicle when you turn it in. So is there a circumstance where one car could work in your household for
no?
Okay.
Yeah, probably, but no, I want my own.
Well, no, I mean, it's very, it's a very realistic. I would then say, perhaps, I'm not going to speak on behalf of the radio station, but I know there's a bunch of vehicles out there.
I mean, Barry is phantomly on this this podcast, this live.
Yeah, there we go. Barry, if Selena can take the vehicles, say nothing. Kelly, good morning. Thank you for checking in. Becky, when I click on free, it shows your contest. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we're trial and error-ing here. So
I'm just glad it's not showing pics we took that are in our phone. So
yeah. I mean, I don't have anything like that in my phone. What about you, Selena?
If you keep scrolling, no. Actually, they say, because I was just reading this little study. I don't think this is a big study. You all know what's on your phone. The biggest thing we have, the pictures. Family. It wasn't even food. People think people take a lot of pictures of food. It wasn't even food. Food wasn't on there. So I'm glad to know that, your kids rank just a little bit higher.
Well, you know what it is like, first of all, Savvy's at an age now where she'll just take my phone and go around and start taking a ton of pictures. But even at that, it's when you're trying to get, so there's Savvy and then an almost 2-year-old, you're trying to get their pictures together. I just sit there and keep hitting the button until one of the 28 pictures I take has the two of them looking at me and smiling.
Yes.
So then you ultimately have to go back through and delete the other 27. But how long are those sitting on there for? You know how that goes. So
that's another thing. Like, not only do I have to replace the car, I have to get more storage. I have so many pictures now. I'm at the end of my free storage on my phone. I have to start. I
know we have videos for some clients and stuff like that. It takes up a ton of space.
Yes,
so
that's what it is.
You can save yourself.
Yeah, send it to the company.
You could always upload those on our wonderful SharePoint that we have, Selena, and then
that's where it's going to go. I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
that's where it's going. They could pay for the extra storage.
There you go.
Coming up, we have on the where is my info? It's Friday. It's just like la la la. We have your big time rush tickets as we take a look at this
day in history.
In Hershey, July 1st, 7:40. We'll have that. Trolls Live. Whoop. That's the hair. Whoop. That troll had too many tacos. Nearly impossible question. That's coming up 6:40 for Trolls Live. And Fuel Up with Selena and Crockett, fueled by Phillipsburg East and Honda.
What time do you want to do that?
Let's do that in the 8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 o'clock.
Let's do that at 8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
We can.
Setting my alarms.
All right. So you'll hear that alarm go off. We'll probably hear it, in fact, when we're on the air live.
Wait,
so
literally, yeah. Hey, listen, we are.
Yeah.
Again, until Becky, our producer, steps up a little bit more. Like, these are the things we have to do.
Becky. Send the smoke signals.
Yeah. We love you, Becky. Just I'll send you. I'm either telling you to load that up or to bump. Yes. I don't know which one.
Before we go, Dawn, good luck to you. Break a leg to your son. He's playing 42nd Street Easton High School.
Oh, fun! Very
awesome.
Fun. Yeah.
Shows it back. That's awesome, Dawn. Love to hear that. You have a wonderful weekend. Oh my goodness, we got to go.
Yes, we do.